Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of Wrestling with Tism, where there was always a little bit of spectrum on the internet. I'm your host, the Heat Man, James Hebert, joined by my other hosts, the Fish and Dish Connection, Ryan and Hannibal. First of all, I would ask how both of you are, but Ryan, are you okay with what happened in the Midwest?
No, I'm fine. There's been some rough weather these last few days.
Yes.
You know, gotta love technical difficulties right as we start because as I joined, my internet does not want to cooperate with me so much today. So if you can hear me, we're good. But no, it was 70 degrees yesterday, snowing today. Gotta love it.
Yeah, you gotta love it.
But great wrestling this weekend. Hannibal, how are you doing?
How are you doing, good sir?
My nails are naked. I just wanted to get out first of all.
Yeah, that's right. You usually have your nails all decorated.
I have my nails painted sometimes. I'm good. I'm good. It is spring here. We are getting a bit more nicer weather. Yesterday rained quite a bit, but today it was mostly sunny. It's still not warm, but it's getting there. Like, we're not getting snowstorms, so therefore I feel privileged and lucky that I'm not where you guys are.
There you go. I'll tell you what a storm we got last night, and that was as Ryan alluded to, tremendous wrestling last night. God, what a show. I personally loved everything about it. I don't think there was one thing I hated about it. I don't think there was one thing I was like, I could go without it. You know what I mean? And that's pretty rare. Because usually I'll find one nitpick, but no, I don't know. I enjoyed it. I thought it was a good night of wrestling. It was good Revolution weekend for me. What say you guys?
AEW never puts on a bad pay-per-view. Are they long? Sure.
Oh yeah.
But you're also paying, $50 a month for, or at least 10 times a year, $50. Paying $500 a year for pay-per-views. You're going to get your money's worth.
Oh yeah.
Right. So, here's what it is. It's great content.
Oh yeah.
That said, I did not get a chance to watch it live last night. Was playing the new Resident Evil Requiem. That's what my entertainment has been this weekend, primarily. Got to watch the show today. Enjoyed it. Cannot point out something that I hated about the pay-per-view. So for what it's worth, people, if you're not already on board with the AEW, watch Revolution.
Yeah.
It's a great card.
Yeah, top to bottom, fantastic, full surprises, really good action. All the way up and down the card, even during the 0 hour. I can't really have a single complaint on this show. Hannibal, what say you?
I mean, I've got complaints, but they are very few and far between. In terms of did it deliver, then and more so. There are definitely, I don't think we didn't get a chance to talk before the show. I don't think we're going to go through every match on the card, but
no,
there were some matches that particularly stood out to me. And there were a couple which I feel could have been off the main card. What I would say, and I've said this before, but it bears repeating.
Yeah.
I like getting my money's worth. I did feel like I got my money's worth, but I do think a 4.5 hour show was a little excessive. I could have done with at least one match being cut off the card, and I'll just say now, the 6-man tag just before the main event, I could have done with that not being on the card. It wasn't a terrible match or anything like that, but it didn't need to be there. But in terms of shock value, entertainment, great graps, setting up the short and mid future of the company.
Mm-hmm.
it ticked so many boxes. You know, I know that I'm very, known for being very biased towards AEW nowadays, but you know what? Shows like Revolution are the reason why I can be hyperbolic, because it just delivered.
Yeah,
It delivered.
You know what? You changed my opinion on something. I did think of something that Revolution could have used. Instead of doing that 6-person tag match, that trios contest for the titles, they could have used that time to sell us some kind of advertisement. You know, where's the pandering to the sponsors and corporate sponsorships and synergies like that?
this is true.
Where is it? Where? Like they tell me that I have to have a match sponsored by League of Legends and Clash of Clans.
Someone put out a tweet last night, Ryan, and you may have seen it, you may not have done, because obviously it's easy for things to get lost. But somebody said some people want to see Slim Jim logos on their ring mats, other people want to see blood.
Yep.
And I think that, in a nutshell,
We are not the same. We are not
the same. No, we're not the same. Now, personally, I could be happy with both, but then give me both, and the other places are giving me the other thing that AEW is giving. So
before we go on, because obviously we're going to be talking about Revolution, right? But obviously we got a big angle, because I know it's surprising to people, but currently we're in WrestleMania season. I know it doesn't feel like it, but we are WrestleMania season. This is when you're setting up all the things for the biggest show of the year. And on Friday, we had a big angle with Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes on SmackDown. I caught a little bit of it live. I saw it. I saw the whole kind of thing like the next day. But the thing that people have been freaking out about is the fact that Netflix have now, I don't know if it's just Netflix, but people that have been watching on Netflix are complaining that they've gone back and edited the segment so that you don't see the bloody conclusion to the match. Like, the blood is a bit censored, they cut to the crowd more, all this kind of stuff. And I saw somebody say, it's on Netflix, they're all right to show tits and guns and blood, but they're censoring SmackDown. It's like, yeah, because you're watching a PG product.
It's a PG product, guys.
That's it. The fact that it went out live doesn't stop the fact that
it's a
PG
they
show.
still have to go by the ratings Nielsen system.
Pause. That's something that they don't have to do, actually. They don't have to do that. They just do it. Okay? The reason why I say that is there are hardcore pornography companies that are traded publicly. Okay? So I don't want to hear that the sponsors don't like it or we're trying to appease to this. Okay? The Mattel deal, our toy partner, I get that. I do. But you can show blood. It's a combat sport, simulated combat sport. There is a lot that you can do.
Didn't they do this 2 years ago with Cody and The Rock? As an example to Ryan's point, actually, now that I think about it.
Oh, because it's The Rock, it's okay. And because The Rock has stroke, and you're goddamn right, you're not going to edit my program in any way. But when it's Randy Orton, who has a storied history with the guy, man.
Well, there is something else as well, and that is that when that Raw angle went out with The Rock, right? It was on USA Network. It also went out after 10 o'clock because of how long Raw is. So it was already in that later time slot anyway. The difference is when you watch WWE on Netflix, is it's on demand. It's on demand, so you can watch that at any time of day. So therefore, yes, a broadcast that went out at 10 to 10 on the USA Network, they've got a little bit more leeway than Netflix, that anybody can turn on any time of day and can watch that content. And if they've got that as a TV PG program, they have to edit it accordingly. That's just what they have to do. Regardless of the fact, it did make me laugh that people were complaining that there was censorship on their show, which is literally rated for children. And again, like Bay Dallas said, only a few weeks ago, that doesn't mean you have to be a child to watch it or only children can enjoy it. It's a matter of fact that it's rated as a children's product. Therefore, they have to be more careful. You're not going to get a syringe through your mouth. You're not going to be, wiping, broken glass with your back.
You don't get what you got last night
at all. No, and that's and again, this is why you've got two companies. When we're talking about the two companies that are an alternative, because they are not the same. That is just a matter of fact. It's not an opinion; it's fact. So that's where we're at. But James, I know we've kind of like taken off track, so I'll let you get back.
There is one person that does want to speak on this, and try to be quick on it if you can, my good sir. But Khaled, good to have you on. Welcome to Wrestling with Tism. You wanted to speak on the Cody topic real quick and the Orton topic.
So, I think the segment itself was amazing. I think that it was very long overdue because obviously they had the teasers like 2 years beforehand, right? So it's good that they finally pulled the trigger on it after waiting for a long time. But I just think that, and as far as the blood conversations is concerned, like what WrestleFish said, you can show blood. It's a combat sport. Most combat sports have blood, whether it's MMA, boxing, whatever you want to think about. They do have blood there. You don't even have to search for it. So, yeah, I think they should allow blood more regularly. As far as WWE is concerned, maybe don't do it like AEW where you can have blood 3 times on a pay-per-view and it's amazing. But with WWE, I think they can take a more conservative approach to where if you see a wrestler bleeding like once every week or once every 2 weeks, that's when it becomes a big deal. But as far as the segment's concerned, I really like it, and I really hope that they can make it feel like a WrestleMania build, because goddamn, this WrestleMania build has not been good. It's
been a build of all time. It's been a build, and that's about as much as we could say about it.
It's the 42nd best build of WrestleMania of all time.
That's
may not be wrong there.
That's a line. That's a zinger. Good one, Caleb. Valid. I'm on the fence. I could see it either way, but yeah, I wish people weren't as like squeamish about it, especially if you were gonna be fine with it like 2 years ago. Same top guy in your company, technically speaking, I guess. And that's
top guy.
Top guy in who they want to push. And by the way, that's coming from a Cody fan. But like the top guy is the guy who owns the company. For being real, as far as star power goes,
I guess technically, yeah.
But like, to Fish's point, you're not going to change the segment. I just wish that he would go to bat for people that he respects Orton too, so I wish he would go to bat for him as much as he would go to bat for himself. That's kind of
there's only so much stroke you can get that you have with being the guy. I get it; they have corporate sponsors, but my earlier point is, again, there are publicly traded porn companies.
Yeah.
So the fact that we are talking about sponsorships and maintaining these partnerships like this. It's related to combat sports. There's going to be blood. You don't have to show me a Texas death match in WWE, but the blood was part of the segment. Okay, just let it be at some point.
Yeah, just let it be involved.
This is not Saturday Morning Slam.
No, it's not G.
That had even stricter restrictions on what you could.
I forgot about Saturday Morning Slam. Oh,
hey, listen. I will say this much.
Core memory, WrestleFish. Oh my god.
I will say this much about Saturday Morning Slam. Okay, them boys and girls in the back made the most out of that freaking restriction because there was.
They definitely did.
There was actually some really good. Like my favorite one is Bryan Danielson taking the piss every time he was on commentary. And like there was like something about like I think there was like a whole segment where he was like screaming about bears and shit. Like, my favorite thing he ever did. Like meme wise anyway in his time in WWE. But anyway, enough of yapping about the WWE, but there's your WWE conversation there. You know, see, we're not tribalists, folks. See, there you go.
No.
We are going to talk about AEW Revolution. We kind of jumped into it. I'm also going to bring in our resident Queens Road panelist. We are going to talk to Tay from the Queens Road team. Hello, Tay. You are also muted.
I don't know why it didn't. Y'all caught me in the middle of doing my my notes for Queens Road based off of Revolution. So
There you go.
I was not
homeworking early,
here, but it's okay. I'm here to go.
The Queen never rests. The Queen never rests. So there you go.
The Queen's too busy running her kingdom. Her queendom, I should say.
My queendom. Yes.
Yeah,
Well,
that's a good one.
Queen, I could go get my crown, but it's too far over there. It's fine.
Yeah, don't worry.
You want to see it? It was on. I wore it the entire Queens Road episode.
There you go.
You don't need the crown. We recognize loyalty from way over here.
There you go. There you go.
Yes.
Let's check out Queens Road, by the way, episode 2. Collection 5. Sorry, man. I'm like my brain is all
It's been a day.
It's been a day. Thank you. I appreciate it. So let's talk because we were kind of on Mystico. I kind of want to jump back to that because I did want to push back a little bit on not caring about the trios match. As much as
hang on. Let me be very, very clear.
Yeah.
When I said trios match, I did purposely
He
say
meant the dogs versus the dark
dogs. Okay. So you're not talking about the Mystico one because
No.
I think the Mystico one definitely served.
That's so you're confusing the trios
okay
title match with the 6-man tag.
Okay, that I
had.
kind of I kind of agree with. I think I could have taken or left that. Really,
That's what I'm saying. The trios title match, no problem at all. It went the way that I hoped it would do. So, all good.
I will say this much. I know this might gross some people out. I am really big fan of the dogs. I feel like I'm more of a Gabe Kidd shooter the more I see the guy. And I hate that I'm gonna make people mad saying that, but like
Connors is right there.
No, Connors is awesome too. Like this whole group
is right there.
I like this whole group. Like the group is so awesome, but man, I don't know what it is. Like something about like Gabe Kidd. Like and maybe this is the meme in me. This is the meme child in me. He reminds me so much of like a UK Scott Steiner. I'm sorry, Hannibal. He does. Like the way he speaks, the way he just acts is so memeable. You can clip anything he says and it will go viral because it's just so outlandish and unbelievable. It's very Steiner-ish in that regard.
James,
I know
James,
Hannibal is giving me the
can I please say something, James? Can I please say something?
Go ahead, Khaled. Go ahead.
Look, I agree with you 100%. Yes, the guy is memeable. But like any other great wrestler, he has his moments where he comes off as a badass. Like you saw the press conference, right? You saw the press conference where they announced the coffin match.
This is why I compared him to Steiner because I would not fuck with Gabe Kidd in the dark alley. I wouldn't fuck with Scott Steiner in a dark alley either. Like I ain't gonna say this to his face. I ain't gonna do that. I don't want to get.
I mean, look. He's literally a football thug. That appears to be like the level of gimmick. It's not really a gimmick. And the reason why I'm like so perplexed by the Scott Steiner comparison is, look, James, I'll give you this. He's white. He talks English. I'll give you those things. He does share those things with Scott Steiner. Other than that, little bit perplexed. I don't get it. Like,
You're telling me he doesn't scream and act like Scott Steiner when he gets mad, and he doesn't flub up his words sometimes when he speaks because he's acting.
No,
freaking
Scott
wild.
Steiner never said "fuck New Japan."
No,
no.
He didn't say fuck New Japan. He didn't say fuck Hiroshi Tanahashi.
He also didn't say fuck AEW. because at one point he did say,
Well,
"Fuck
not
it,"
now, not
then
now,
joined.
because they're now paying his bills. But
They are. That's
I
what's
know.
funny.
I really don't see it. Yeah, he looks a bit hard, but I mean, he's not. That's the thing. Like he's really not. I'd feel confident saying that to him. He's an Nottingham Forest man. He can't be that hard. Like I'm sorry.
As a Scott Steiner shooter in the room,
I just no.
I'll say this right now. That's like saying, Skrillex and the Beatles are similar because they make music.
No.
Well, they are in that regard.
No, it's not even close. What do you mean in that?
I don't think that's close, Russellfish. I don't
It's
think
not
they
even
would.
close. No, come on, man.
Okay. Like what I'm saying is, you are comparing two people because they do something similar.
Yeah.
There is no similarity between the two.
They cut outlandish promos and they fucking hit hard.
Every wrestling promo is outlandish. Tony Storm cuts outlandish promos.
Yeah, but like, no, it's a brand of outlandish that's very similar to Steiner is the point. Like, it's very like
no. Okay. Other no, James. No, I'm stopping you right here. They're not similar promo styles. Okay,
I think they are.
What they are? Okay, show me one promo. Show me one where Gabe Kidd's talking about his freaks. And how much of a genetic freak that he is. Show me the narcissism.
Listen.
No.
We're
Stop.
2 years away. We're 2 years away from
James, shut the fuck up. Respectfully.
We're 2 years away from
respectfully. Refer to Burger. All right. All I'm saying here is all I'm saying, James, is that Scott Steiner actually had depth to his promos. And Gabe Kidd has not.
Yelling at me, and I don't want to deal with that. Like, I don't need. And for me personally, to be a heel and a good heel, you don't need to be screaming at me in the microphone 24/7. Like, and that's what Gabe Kidd does. So
that's what Scott Steiner does.
No, but Tay's right. The thing is, there's a generation of heels now who believe that their way of getting a promo over is being the loudest, right? We all know of people that think if they speak the loudest in a conversation, that means they're right. That means that they have intellectually beaten you verbally. That's not how it works. You being the loudest does not make you right or the best. That's not how it works. It doesn't work like that.
There's substance to a Scott Steiner promo. Show me the substance to a Gabe Kidd promo, James. That's where the similarities begin and end.
Brother, the substance the substance of Scott Steiner promo was him talking about playing the guitar.
Making fun of
having no donuts.
He made fun of you. He was a narcissistic prick. There's a lot to go down there. And he did it in such a funny way where he hit it every time. Gabe Kidd does not do that other than fuck Dude Bad.
Actually, to be fair, he has done a couple of times where he's made fun of people's looks as well. So
a lot.
Not in the way that Steiner does.
Not in the way that Steiner. I said it was similar. I didn't say it was the same, but also
No. Similar and same go together.
They're not. They don't always.
There's a correlation, James. That's why I said. That's what I said at the front of it. Is comparing Skrillex to the Beatles.
Right, James. I'm going to reel this back in. This was me reading it back in.
Okay.
Something. I'm going to ask you this question as a member of the Queen of Queens Road. Something that happened on the pay-per-view last night, and it's not Tony Storm nibbling on Marina's feet. I don't think we need to go into the discourse about that because I think we all understand why it happened, and I don't think anyone should
or nibbling something else.
That was also a thing. Yeah,
but Tay, I wanted to ask you specifically. We had a surprise appearance last night, and I say the word appearance because we don't know what it's going to be. Is it going to be a one-off? Is it going to lead to a program? Is she signed? Is she not? No one knows. So we will take it at face value. We saw the in-ring AEW debut of Ronda Rousey last night, and just wanted to hear your take. We were actually watching it live together, right?
Oh my God, yeah,
As a family.
As a family, yeah. No, Hannibal and I were watching that match together, and the minute she popped up on my TV, I was like, "Are you fucking serious?" And he was like, "What?" And I was like, "Ronda Rousey? Are you fucking kidding me?" So obviously, not a Ronda Rousey fan. I haven't been a Ronda Rousey fan. I didn't like Ronda Rousey when she was in WWE. I don't think she's very good. She said a lot of really not good things about the professional wrestling business for somebody who was in it for as long as she was. And also she has hurt a lot of people. I hope it's just a one-time thing if she is there.
Yeah,
And
I think. Sorry, Ty.
don't get me started.
I'll get you started if you want, but no, I mean, I kind of agree. Like, you know, what I was saying to you last night when we watched it all kind of unfold was, you know, there's a big difference here to if they bring somebody in for like a surprise cameo to, you know, if they bring this person in to work a program. Like, I remember back when they had her come into WWE and they gave her the program to work on, and I was quite excited because I thought that, you know, it was someone different, you know, different sport, different audience, to see what she could do. And you know, I think they did quite well with her at first, but the longer it went on, I think she wasn't happy, they weren't happy. I think it was all a bit of a mess. She hasn't been very complimentary about that business, which again will you know, rightfully rub people up the wrong way. But you know, I think in terms of bringing somebody in to generate some buzz, especially what she's doing right now, I think it was clever. I think it was clever.
No, stop it. No, I do not need her.
Carlos, don't.
Like she did to Alexa. Get out of here. Leave me alone.
Don't be Dev, Carlos. Don't be Dev.
That's an insult to Sky Blue's wrestling career.
Yeah, but no, I mean, look, the thing is, you know, TMZ have talked about it today. Like this is why you do things like that, because it generates headlines, it draws some attention to the product. I think in that regard, it was very smart. Do I want her to be brought in and have a legitimate run? No. Would I be happy if she has a match or two? You know, I'll take that over a run. But you know, if she's only going to be here to support Marina, then I'm fine with that. That's fine. It generates buzz, it gets people talking, and that's all I really want. James.
So, while I agree with what you're saying, and I'm of two minds of this, because ultimately, I really didn't like her second run, especially. I thought her first run was way better than her second run until the tail end of that. And even then, she. This is where I'm gonna just state this before I get into anything. If you paid attention to the announcing, and most people don't because they're just watching the action, fair enough, or they're on their phone, she's very much in the plans, and she's very much part of the roster. So much so that they had Renee Paquette straight up state that Ronda Rousey joined up with the Death Riders. They had Jon Moxley come and fist bump her just like he did to Marina Shafir.
Can I say something?
Yes, Ty.
Tony Khan said on the scrum she is not signed.
Correct.
She's not signed? Okay, well then that
do your homework, James.
Changed then. That's weird as fuck.
No. Nothing changed. Just do your homework. You are reading into it too much. Just because the commentary team, this is not the first time we've had this conversation over the years. Just because the commentary team says something does not necessarily mean that that's the big thing that's going on. Need I remind you, Shane McMahon.
That's fair too. Yeah, okay. Fair. I did not know that on the scrum. So that's my bad. I thought that because they announced it on the commentary feed that was the case.
They also announced on commentary that she was literally wrestling Gina, whatever the fuck her
No,
last
it
name.
wasn't. It wasn't. Yeah, the MMA fight that's going on. Or
Yeah, they mentioned it on commentary, James.
Which I assume that's why they brought her in, was for that publicity to try to get some rub off her. Like, here's what I will say, and this is just my perspective on it. And this may be controversial, but I think they brought her in and they had no problem bringing her in because she has a history with the Bucks and PWG, and there's history there. And I think that they're trying to get her to warm herself back up to pro wrestling, because all she knew about pro wrestling was her small bit of limelight in the indies when she would go to shows, and then pretty much got thrown into the deep end of WWE.
Okay, I'm gonna come back to you, James, because this isn't her first rodeo. The reason why she's been brought in is twofold. The first one is the obvious one, which is the fact that she's got this big Netflix fight in May. She has become. I'm not saying she wasn't relevant, but in a public conscious, it's made her relevant again. It's made her newsworthy because of this fight. So this is when her stock is at, it's rising again, right? So that's the first thing. The second thing, the reason she was brought in, it's got nothing to do with the Bucks. It's got nothing to do with PWG. It's the fact that she was a 4 horsewoman with Marina Shafir, right? That's it. Thank you, Ryan.
Yeah, no, I know
better.
Yeah. It's not that deep.
And also,
they're supporting a friend.
Yeah, and the other thing as well is that she's already wrestled in Ring of Honor with Marina. She had a match about 2 years ago now against Athena and Billy Starks, which again, it was just a one-time thing. But the reason they were together was because of their association. That's all there is to it. The reason she came out when she did is because Marina lost. She left with Marina. She allowed Marina to get a cheap shot in at the end, so that Tony went out on her face rather than in victory. And of course, she's going to be associated with the Death Riders because Marina. Marina was the one that slapped Moxley in the face. Ronda Rousey dug him in the shoulder, and Moxley showed respect. I don't think it's going to be any more than that. And this is what I said to Tay last night. They've got some big events coming up. They've got Double or Nothing already selling really well. They've got All In just went on sale today for the first pre-sale. No idea how that's doing right now because it's literally the first day, but it's Wembley Stadium. It's a big ass venue. They need to fill that stadium up as much as they can. Having someone of that stature on the card, it's not going to make me buy a ticket, but those kind of things make people buy tickets. So if you announce, just for argument's sake, her one and only match is going to be her and Marina versus the Timeless Love Bombs. Wednesday wants to say hello. Then that's what they're going to do, and it will be at Wembley, and it will get people going to the show that may otherwise not have known about it, and not have cared about it, and not have bought a ticket. So you know what? I don't have to like it. I don't like everything that happens in wrestling, but there's a reason. There's a method to this madness. What are you even doing? Wednesday, what are you doing? Get off. You never do this when I'm working, thankfully. My God.
To add to your point also, here's where
she's still here.
And this is the
still
thing.
Here.
Yes, keep
still.
We love the adorableness.
She is just a lush. She wants attention when it's not warranted. A bit like Ronda Rousey. Anyway, I think we've done that.
Well, to add to your point though, because there's one thing I will say, and I feel like people miss this, and there is correlation to what I was saying beforehand. When Ronda Rousey first came in and debuted, and those first few months, she was actually fucking motivated, and she had really good work. Now, granted, she had really good workers to work with at the time, but she had really good showings, and then they just kind of tapered off after she stopped giving a shit.
It's also, but also you got to remember, back in those days, right? Ronda wasn't a mother at that time.
That's also fair.
The WWE schedule was massively different to what it is nowadays. So she wasn't on a Brock Lesnar schedule or a Roman Reigns schedule, kind of like a hybrid. She wasn't there every week, but she was there a lot. She was going to like all over the country. She was doing some house shows. So her schedule was completely different to what it would be now in either company. She can be disillusioned. Like it's okay to say you didn't have a good experience. We hear it from wrestlers all the time. I think the difference is that Ronda doesn't come from that world. And if you have been brought in and suddenly kind of like made this your new thing because you've given up MMA, and then you disrespect that, it's going to come off badly and people are not going to be happy about it. I'm not saying people shouldn't be unhappy about Ronda Rousey. I'm just kind of like trying to play devil's advocate a little bit, and I'm sorry, advocate.
No, I am too. I'm with you 100%. That's
so.
I think you and I are kind of on the same wavelength of trying to give her a chance, and I guess we're not the only ones that think that.
So,
not me. No. Hell no.
I know you're not. We know that.
So since he hasn't said anything in for a minute,
either.
Well, go ahead, Ryan, first, and then.
That's why I was trying to get to Khaled because he hasn't had an opportunity to speak for a minute.
Yeah, go for
it. So Khaled, what are your thoughts on Ronda's apparent debut?
I hate it. I wasn't a Ronda Rousey fan in WWE, especially her second run. I thought was terrible, and her coming back is kind of like a slap in the face to wrestling fans because she has openly admitted that she doesn't like wrestling fans. She doesn't like me.
I don't like wrestling fans, if I'm being honest with you.
Yeah, honestly, I'm kind of
like wrestling fans
are James.
Wrestling fans. With respect, okay, I think she's speaking in hyperbolics. Yes. There are some weird wrestling fans out there. Okay, wrestling fans who think they're entitled to a picture a certain way with a certain wrestler. Fans who stalk certain wrestlers to the airport, their homes. Like there are very creepy wrestling fans out there.
Yeah, there are.
So I think she's speaking the hyperbolics. It is what it is. But past that, that's my only pushback on the wrestling fan topic. Yeah. Like on her disrespecting wrestling fans. I think she's disrespected wrestling? Yeah, I do think she has disrespected.
Yes.
And that's another point as well to why I wouldn't want her there, because I think Marina Shafir has kind of already filled that role that Ronda Rousey was in WWE, like this badass female who can go up against anyone else on the roster, any other female on the roster. So it's like it's just a waste of money having her there when you already have Marina Shafir.
Well,
I do think in this particular case, she was just there to have some fun. Ran out. We'll promote what you're doing. You come out here, do the spot. She didn't really have any importance on the actual match itself. She ran out after the match was already lost by Marina. She did not attack Toni Storm. Marina continued her attack on Toni Storm.
Yeah.
And whatever happens now is just business. She might have a match later. She could. And I'm not necessarily in the camp advocating for that, but I cannot deny that Ronda Rousey is a multimedia icon at this point. And at the end of the day, that's what it's about. It's about drawing money. Yeah. So if you have someone who has that type of equity and name value, you have to pull them out from time to time. As a wrestling fan, do I want to see it? No. But I also want wrestling to be more than it is. And you have to lock into the names that can do that for you than just put on great wrestling matches. And feed me great wrestling matches all day. Like, you have my money. You have my attention. But growing this, with the media rights, past next year looking questionable, right? What does AEW do? Right? So, all in all, it is what it is, man.
Yeah, I mean,
Um,
and look, the best case scenario is she's motivated, has a great match out of nowhere, and like wrestles like she did in her debut match at Mania, and then they're gonna try to sign her and see if they can keep that momentum going for her. And I think this is my hope. I think she'll have much better rapport with the Bucks than she did with the other people at the other place. Just a hunch.
let me drop this last bit. Here. Let me drop this last bit here. WWE and AEW are two entirely different business models, two entirely different ventures in its entirety. One person could have an idea, and another person put in their idea, and another person put in their idea, and another person put in their idea, to the point where you have no more of your original idea left, but you are the one getting blamed for it at the end of the day, to the point where you eventually just say, fuck it, I quit.
Yeah.
I'll, whoever the fuck. So, WWE, there's entirely too many cooks in the kitchen. AEW, maybe not necessarily enough cooks in the kitchen, but you're still going to be served a great meal.
Yep.
And that's the difference in which if she does wrestle a match, that's where the curiosity for me is.
A meal? A succulent Chinese meal?
For $1, name one.
No, my
For $1.
$4, name a woman.
Nyla Rose.
That's gonna be my new.
Yes.
That's gonna be my new
Lyra
segment,
Valkyria.
guys.
Name
For
for
$1,
$1,
name
name
a
a
woman.
woman.
But you guys have to
I
pay
can
me
name
the
you
$1
10,
because
Ryan.
it's
I can name you
Women's,
100.
Women's History Month.
Listen,
Right.
that was Rhonda. That was Rhonda. I'm glad we got that out of the way, because I know that was going to be the more probably controversial thing.
Let's temporarily say goodbye to both Tay and Khalid. Don't go anywhere. We will bring you back up. But let's move on to the next bit of the show you wanted to talk about. What did you want to go to next? Do you want to go to like the best match of the whole night?
Well, I feel like we're gonna have different answers for this. But
I'll tell you what my favorite match of last night was.
Go for it.
And this is obviously because I've got a crush, but my God, Andrade and Bandito. Wow.
It's either that or it's Mox and Takeshita for me. I can't really pick either one.
Do you know why? The reason why I lean more towards that than Mox proving once again he is the ace of the company, despite what everyone says. I saw some stuff in that match I've never seen before. We also saw the only good 21 plex that's ever been performed ever. And we also saw two of the best spinning elbows that Andrade's ever done as well.
Dude, he hit those
two of the best spinning elbows ever thrown in AEW.
Period.
Yeah.
Judas Effective.
Judas Effective is crazy.
Like I do this thing where I sometimes we get distracted, right? And I'm on my phone and I'm kind of like half watching and half, scrolling comments or playing a game or something, and I'm kind of like 50-50. I had to be so invested in that match because there was so much stuff going on. I just couldn't look away for a second. Like, it was just, somebody did say it was going to steal the show, and I don't think I really kind of gave it the credit that comment.
Couldn't look away, huh?
It was
dirty dog.
I mean, look, the sexy man. He's a sexy man.
He is a sexy man.
But
it was
I was compelled by the action rather than just how horny I am for Andrade right now.
I mean, fair enough. I mean, hey, you should get a selfie with him.
Well, one day.
One day, make a dream. Do we want?
Hey, actually,
yes.
Speaking of masked men, is this gonna be?
What's up? No, I don't have. I actually do have my mask with me, but I'm at work, so I'm not putting it on right now.
Yeah,
Well, that's it.
You'll have to settle for this
experience.
awesome picture of Goldberg, the greatest wrestler of all time, holding up the Universal title. They retired that shit after he won it. They were like, nah, bro, look at that.
They retired the red version.
Bro, shut up. Bro. Nobody cares, James. Stop ruining my bit. Fucking nerd. You're the type of guy that Gabe Kidd was talking about. You thought nerds? Bro, he was on one. That press scum.
He was great. I love him.
So, Advocate, have I sold enough about how amazing the Andrade Bandito match was?
Bro, it was having like an out of body experience. I was like, that was like, I mean, I've watched I've watched Effie matches. I've watched matches where men kiss. That was the gayest match I've ever seen, bro. And I was all for it.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, bro, I've never seen a bunch of straight men so horny for another man. I like literally started chanting. People were chanting next to me. They were like, take your pants off. And I'm like, pause. I'm like, but I wanted to see it too. I can't even lie. I was like, everybody got me. I got caught up in the moment. Hold on one sec. I got a custer.
I mean, Andrade was caught up in the moment as well. He had a little chub going on. Quite something.
Listen, when he's taking the selfies that he was taking, I can't blame him.
It was. What was funny as well though is the fact that that wasn't. I mean, that was the only time that chant was uttered during the night, right?
Yeah.
However, at the same time, nobody was chanting that when Tekla was trying to remove the belt from somebody else.
Yeah.
I think it was Paul Turner. Could be wrong.
It was Paul. I think it
but
was.
They weren't chanting take his pants off. So specific reasons.
But no, this was, like I said, it didn't have my favorite match I've ever seen live, but overall, this was the best live wrestling experience I've ever been to.
Oh, yeah.
Like, there was like I said, one match out of 13 didn't hit for me. I'm like, that's an incredible track record by any standard, like to have 13 matches and have one be like, I wasn't feeling that. Take a wild guess which match that was I wasn't feeling.
6-man?
No, women's tag.
Okay.
No, I was here for you all should have seen me. You should have seen I was in tears when Mystico won them trios titles and they announced he was all elite.
Dude, that was so sick.
Yeah,
bro, we were here. We were listening to his theme song riding into the building to get ourselves emotionally ready.
I'm proud that I called this a week ago, man. I said that I thought Mystico was going to win. Well, not Mystico, but like
you called it right. I thought he was gonna lose. I called it wrong, but you called that shit right because he won.
He's got 2 trios titles now, and he runs 2 different teams. What the fuck, man?
We don't know. We don't know. Maybe Jet Speed is part of El Sky team now.
Yeah, true. Could be.
We have a Orange Cassidy and Chaos situation on our hands.
Little 5-person factions. Maybe the next Anarchy in the Arena match.
Yeah, man.
Could happen. I'll be honest. Like, I've been a Mystico fan. I thought WWE did him so fucking dirty when he was in WWE because, like, the mask, the lighting, everything.
It's not really their fault. It's just it was a bit so bad. It's just it didn't fit for either party. Like I know like people would like to use that as like an opportunity to like dunk on WWE, but like what he does, like the thing about it is AEW, like they're just going to let him do like what makes him special.
Yes.
In WWE, like that wasn't going to be enough. Like being like, oh, like I'm a super beloved baby face and I always win and everybody likes me. Like that's not enough in WWE. And AEW, I think they're going to be able to thread that needle because he's only going to be there part-time.
No. I can't imagine.
Is that what Cody Rhodes does?
Yeah, this is what Cody Rhodes does. Adrenaline and the soul in that.
Except nobody
do not ever compare the great Mystico to that bum Cody Rhodes again. I know you all had Kalal in here spewing his propaganda.
Hey, listen. I'm a Cody Rhodes guy, although I don't always agree.
Yeah, because you don't know ball. Of course you are, man.
I don't know ball.
Look at you, bro.
I don't know ball, and brother, I complimented your match that you liked. That was magic, which was Takeshi and Mox.
The matches I like, I'm a great ball knower, and the matches I like are objectively great.
Yeah, but I liked it. What do you mean I don't know ball?
Of course you did. It was great.
It's subjective. Aren't subjective, damn it. How dare you?
Oh my gosh. But no, it was so like that was the other thing that this show is going to be like really special for me because I always have like my crew of guys that I go to shows with, but being able to like hang out with Slick and Grumpy and Soto and Winnie and JJ, like that was such a cool. I didn't even get to see everybody. I didn't even get to see Just the Guy or Darce Boy. Like I didn't even get to see all of the people that I meant to see, but it was just such an amazing experience.
Yeah, dude.
One for the ages.
Yeah, it was genuinely like great show, top to bottom. Go out of your way to watch it. That mystical moment.
And now me and Meltzer are like best friends, so that came out this morning.
That's the thing.
You know, that's out of the bag.
Get a retweet from the Dave of Meltzer Variety. How do you feel?
Yeah. Well, I mean, like I said, you know, we've been friends for a long time, and I'm just happy that we can finally put our relationship out there into the world, and we don't have to be in secret anymore.
It's beautiful.
Whisper, you know.
Wonderful.
Yeah, it's just like, you know, it's really, you know, just be
collab.
Yeah, you know, that's the real forbidden door right there, man.
Shit.
Just wait till I get my hands on Brian Alvarez.
Long time coming.
Jesus
Worthwhile.
Christ. Well, there you go. All right. Yeah, let's touch on the mystical thing real quick for other people because I don't know if they want to comment on this. Tay, I'm gonna bring you back. Let me know if you want to speak on this.
Can I just show you this, share this picture with you guys?
Oh yeah, go for it. Oh, who's that?
Well,
I can't
that's me.
Well, I know that's you.
When from about 18 years ago. That's Mystico.
Oh, Mystico!
Wow. You said this is from 18 years ago, not 18 years in the future?
Really?
Are you Benjamin Buttoning? What is happening?
That was from the year 2008 at the premiere.
Well,
of
speaking
Kung
of
Fu
18,
Panda.
that facial hair combo was kind of reminiscent of the 1800s. I can't lie.
Yeah, I'm not gonna
Listen,
lie.
man, hang on. Who's though? Mine or his? Because to be fair, we both kind of got the same.
No, mainly it's the sideburns. It's the sideburns, Hannibal. But I have a question.
Okay.
Before you take this down, I have a question.
Sure.
Is this a luchador?
Is this a luchador?
It's a great question.
For a peso, name a luchador.
For $1, name a woman.
It was So he told me he was Mystico, and in 2008 I had no idea what a Mystico was. So if someone can verify if that was the real Mystico, then he was in London for a Lucha Libre show.
Mystico 2008. Hold on.
Yeah, this is fun times at the old Royale.
All right, we're doing it.
Are we talking about the Mystico match?
Yes, go for it.
Because that match fucking slapped. Like that match was so good.
And Graps was on about a 20-30 second delay, so we had to keep stum every time something amazing happened to Graps. Sorry.
like sorry, Graps. Sorry.
Yeah, I hadn't gotten it on HBO, man. I had to do something.
You had to do some sailing.
Yes.
Not a high seas.
I was acquainted with some boats. So yeah, but it was on my television, so it was a little behind. You know, even more than usual. So
yeah, at that one point, this isn't.
No, but there were a couple times where like they're gonna do this, aren't they?
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, they did it.
Yeah. Like, I think my favorite part of when the three of us were on together, we were watching
the Kenny return.
No, not that, but also in the Bandito Andrade match where they were just taking off their pants, and I was just like, listen. I'm like, Raps, do you see this yet? I just
I
want
was like,
you to know.
Andrade takes off his pants. He's like, no, hold on. He's like, oh, this is a turn I didn't expect.
They both took off their pants.
It was great.
So
Sorry, back.
I can confirm it was Mystico.
It was Mystico, yes. I just checked.
It wasn't, but weirdly, it wasn't the mask he was using the whole time. I'm assuming he had that mask because
that's a street mask, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a street mask that he would wear.
But I've got the
Kung Fu
official
Panda mask.
Yeah,
Where's the Kung Fu Panda's face?
I've got the official Getty image. I could own a copy of it for £275. I won't do that. I'll just use my one. But yeah. Holy cow! Like
there you go.
It's only us talking about it tonight. We've talked about Mystico
probably a handful of times, to be honest. Let's bring Caleb back in as well. I want to get you back into the conversation, Big Dog. What did you think about Mystico getting signed by AEW and the big win for the trios titles?
I thought it was great. The match itself was amazing. I had this conversation with like somebody else. I forget who it was, but I was asking them like what is the one match that you think is going to be like the most underrated, the one that is going to be amazing, but people won't talk about in the future? I think this is that match because I don't see a lot of people talking about this when the next year's Revolution rolls around. But this was genuinely fantastic, and the moment when the graphic showed up said Mystico's All Elite, I was like, fuck yeah, that's what I'm talking about. It was like it's like a feel good moment because I think he deserves it for all the work he did last year. Because it was like a combination of him and MJF like bringing a lot of eyes to CMLL. That got him a noticed by AEW fans and AEW themselves, and because of that they were willing to take a chance on him, and it paid off big time. So I think it was the perfect time to make the signing and announce it on a big show like that. And I'm wondering, did he know about this before they went out there? Because I think
you could tell it was a surprise to him because he's like he crumples in the canvas and he's like he was like crying on the title, like he couldn't believe what he saw on the Tron. Like I think Jet Speed knew because they were the ones that directed him to the Tron to see that he was All Elite right as this music was playing. So that was definitely a surprise for him because I don't think he was even expecting that. So that was definitely done. I think he had probably been asking and he never got the opportunity. Now he did. So yeah, that was definitely a surprise. And it was such a genuine, beautiful moment. And again, I know the whole thing is like, granted, it was not right for both parties. I still maintain my statement that I think the other place definitely dropped the ball with him, and I'm just so happy he gets his redemption arc. I'm so stoked that he gets his redemption arc here in AEW. Like one more big run before he hangs up the boots and mask for good. I couldn't think of a better send off for him as a lucha legend. Honestly, this is so freaking cool, and
it's going to be like Sting's retirement tour all over again.
Yeah. And he's already a double champion the minute he comes in. The minute he signed, he's already a double champion. It's huge. Immediately builds the equity. And honestly, we were talking about it, I think, beforehand. Everybody was talking about, the trios titles, nobody cares about them. Yeah, they kind of did a good job of making me care about the trios titles a bit.
I care.
I think they did a good job, so... I think
I'll say this about Mystico and Jet Speed. I think they will be a better pairing than Hangman and Jet Speed. Even though Hangman, Jet Speed, Jet Set Rodeo, that's what they were called. I think they were a great pairing, but I think Mystico just fits better with the style of Jet Speed because Jet Speed, they're high flyers. Hangman can do high flying stuff, but he's more of a powerhouse hard hitter. He's like a mix of both worlds, which makes him so complete. But I think Mystico, as a pure high flyer fits so much better in jet speed. So they got to come up with a new name fast. I will think of names and I'll send them to you in the group chat. But for now, I think the pairing works. I'm so happy they won the titles, and all the love to Mystico for getting signed to AEW. He's gonna kill it, and if he hasn't already.
Yep, couldn't agree more. I think it's going to be really cool. I think genuinely for Mystico. Let's talk about the most Tism thing that happened on the show. It happened on a 0 hour. I feel like we'd be reminiscent.
Pause. Before we do that, we are an hour into the show. We've made no plugs at all. So I'm going to take a small little ad break here and chill our things. If you like the Wrestle Collective, please go to shopwc.com and pick yourself up a nice little hoodie. It helps us do this and make this podcast and our various podcasts happen.
Yes.
Any support is good support. If not, like, subscribe, follow the YouTube, the Twitter, the Instagram that we just launched, whose handle I don't necessarily remember off the top of my head. Please someone in one of the chats link it. Hey, Graps. Hi, Graps.
I just realized I was on mute. It's the same as our YouTube up here. It's at the Wrestle Collective.
Go check it out, guys. Right there.
Yeah, check out the Instagram.
Yes.
You'll be seeing clips from shows like this. Maybe you'll be seeing some pictures from various trips, like the Revolution trip that a lot of our guys were on. Soto, Jordan, Advocate, Grumpy. So you'll be seeing a bunch of that stuff. So yeah, check it out. Stay tuned. And yeah,
there you
fuck
go.
Cody Rhodes.
Oh fucking god.
Ryan.
But we can. But check us out on those socials.
To pick with your stupid ass.
Khaled, please wait.
Yes.
But we have the Wrestle Collective weekly podcast, traditionally on Thursdays. Last week's episode was not on Thursday. It was on Friday with some minor technical difficulties aside. You can watch it on demand on the YouTube as we are. Wednesday. We still have our traditional space format on Wednesday. Yes. We do Light the Fuse, our Dynamite Fury show, which apparently we're getting a coffin match this week, so we're going to have something to talk about.
Yep.
Of substance. And the two shows in which are hosted by Carlos, and various members of Wrestle Collective, with Monday night, or the Raw review later tonight on X, and Wednesday Night Chaos, both 15 minutes after their respective shows go off the air. I think I hit everything. Queens Road once a month. Check it out. Video on demand. On the playlist. Anyways, most Tism thing on the card.
Well, before we go to the most Tism things, you forget two more other things that we got to plug. Two other Carlos shows that he hosts: Queens Road Collection 5 and Hot Dog and a Handshake. Go check those out.
I literally plugged Queens Road.
I didn't hear. I don't know. Okay. Well, I plugged them anyway, just in case. Tism time. The Rizzler.
God damn it, James.
The Rizzler. Okay, so
also Queens Road merch at shopwc.com.
Yes.
I will say I did not watch the 0 hour stuff. I just saw the tiny clip and I said this is the worst 0 hour of all time. So
no, 0 hour was actually a lot of fun.
Yeah, I had Wayne a great time. Hey, you're on the island.
Had a really fun 21-man blackjack battle royal, which had some really great spots in it.
Yeah.
Before the match, I guess before the match started,
it was 100 miles an hour, literally as the bell rang. Hannibal, wasn't it?
Yeah.
They didn't waste a single motion.
The annoying thing with that battle royale though was, so I watched and I should have mentioned this actually at the top of the show. I watched this on my AEW. So it was the first time I'd used the service. I bought the service yesterday so I could test it out. The stream quality was excellent. It was better than Triller TV's stream. It was full HD, not 720, and you could see the difference. It was really impressive. However, I was watching 0 Hour, and then it got stuck on, you know, that screen with like the copyright warning when you buy a pay-per-view. It seemed to be stuck on that. So I exited and then went back into it where it said Revolution.
Yeah.
And it took me back to the beginning of the 0 Hour. So they basically had combined, even though there were two separate boxes on the page, they'd once the show had started, they'd basically put the 0 Hour in with the main show.
Yeah.
And then I had to kind of like skip. So I was like then like a few minutes behind, so I had to kind of like catch up with myself. And that was a pain in the ass. Otherwise, the service was great, and I was happy with it. But yeah, it did mean that live I did miss the result of the battle royal, so that was quite frustrating. But I was happy with the winner. But yeah, overall, at 0 Hours go, it was actually pretty decent.
I thought it was fantastic. Honestly, I thought there was not a bad thing on the 0 Hour. I guess it depends on your taste. With the Rizzler. The Rizzler thing to me, I just found it as good fun, really. Like they got some heat spots. There was like a celebrity cameo, but I forget the guy's name, so forgive
Wayne
me.
Brady.
Wayne Brady, thank you. He got involved. He hit his finishing move that it's funny because they hyped it up in the thing because there was like an interview that they did with him. Oh, I have this my finishing move would be the bitch slap. So they kind of hyped it up with I forget the interview lady, and then he does it to Shane Taylor, and it made Shane Taylor mad, so he attacks him. Then he attacks the Rizzler, the kid. In response to that, Big Justice hits the spear. I thought it was fun. I thought it was good. If you're gonna do a little bit of sports entertainment, here is the way to do it, and it's tasteful, and the heels get their comeuppance, and big yay. So I was not mad about this. Especially considering the fact that, technically speaking, you weren't really hitting an active competitor in the match. You just were kind of, hitting a manager in a sense, even though he's a wrestler too, but he's not actually participating. So
it might just be biased because I hate the wrestler, but I don't think he should have been there.
How can you hate a child?
How can you hate a child? Like, really? I don't know.
Well, with a chewy face.
He's the wrestler. He rizzed up who's that girl? He rizzed up or whatever. I don't know about that. That was weird for me.
Like, she was just following a script. She was just following a script.
Well, no shit, Khaled. Kayfabe, brother. It's kayfabe, man. Come on.
Well, how can you say she actually rizzed them up? That wasn't true.
That's what
that
happened
fake.
on the screen.
No, that's fake Riz. That's fake Riz.
Look, Khaled, we're gonna get into a whole, similar situation to Gabe Kidd being like Scott Steiner's like real child and not Bron Breakker. Like, let's not wind James up and let him go.
Yeah, for sure.
By the way, I need to ask a Tism question.
Go for it.
Does anyone else, not all the time, but just sometimes, end up wearing one sock on their feet?
No. I think that's just you, my man.
That's just a me thing.
I think it's just a you thing, buddy.
Okay.
Yeah. At least for me.
Zach Gowen.
What?
The kings of the one-legged moonsault, Mascara Dorada, El Clon, Zach Gowen. All great.
I was James right now. What?
Khaled, I'm gonna move you down. We'll bring you back up later because I don't know how to transition out of that.
Okay.
We'll stay around
very easy
for your topic. Okay, Taylor, let's bring you back up. I guess. Do you do the sock thing? I guess. Do you wear only one sock?
Look.
He only wears one sock.
There's 1 foot,
and then he has a sock on his foot.
There's foot number 2.
He's got a sock on his foot.
Yeah.
Well,
Hannibal feet pics on video on screen. preview for the Wrestle Collective, fans.
Free preview, man. Free preview.
Coming soon.
Like some early April Fool's bit or
Oh
some
my
shit.
god.
It's like
That's what I come back to. Okay.
So
beautiful.
do you do that? Because apparently that's a Tism thing, but that's news to me because I don't do it.
My Tism thing is I hate socks. I feel constricted. So if I don't have to wear socks, I won't.
That's fair. I do this.
I like one on, one off. I like the feeling of like a bit of cold with the warmth. It's similar to like sleeping with one leg out.
You got to sleep with like one foot out under the blanket, or like
right. See, right.
I understand.
Right there, you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't sleep with one foot out from under the blanket. I get too hot. But
so Carlos doesn't like feet.
So do you think when Michael Jackson
you
think that was Michael Jackson's logic when he did that with the glove? Yeah.
God damn it. I didn't take all of this Tylenol for this. All right. No, okay. That's enough. That's enough fucking.
I'm so done talking about feet. I want to talk about wrestling. That's what
I was talking about hands.
Where's Tony Atlas when you need him?
This is Tony Storm's. This is Tony Storm's fault.
Well, yeah, she did bite Marina's foot.
She did bite Marina's feet. Yeah, Tay. Anyway, back to you.
Yes,
what do you mean back to her?
Back to me. I don't know what we're talking about. Other than
James, what did you want Tay to talk about?
We were going to transition to, I guess, Tay. Do you want to transition?
Right. Is there anything on the 0 hour that happened that you enjoyed or was notable for you, Tay?
My man, Jungle Boy Jack Perry. I don't care that he's just Jungle Jack Perry. Jungle Boy. He won a belt.
Jungle man.
No boy, honey.
Yeah.
That is
Jungle man.
That's
Jack Perry.
I said, I love Jack Perry. Like there is one thing in like when I first started watching AEW, like it was funny enough when Punk showed up on that Rampage, and my parents wanted to watch, and I was like, sure, whatever, because like I grew up and I love CM Punk. Not anymore. But,
no shit.
And Jack Perry ended up. He was still with Christian and Luchasaurus at the time, and he came out, and my mom was like, "Is that Luke Perry's kid?" And I was like,
"Yes,
maybe."
Yes.
And then I Googled it, and I was like, "Well, yes, it is."
Wait, hang on, I just need to clarify, James. When someone's telling a story, and somebody else is questioning that story, they're not asking you to answer the question.
I know
it's their story.
So
I'm just
and then like I don't know. I love Jack Perry. Like he's great. I think there are big things coming for him in the future. He's still very young, and I can't wait till him and Luchasaurus are back going after the tag belts because I need them off the team they're on right now.
Fair.
And not on the one that I think they're going to. So.
I'll say this much. Shout out El Clone for doing that awesome Matrix moonsault right at the top of the pay-per-view. That was so nuts. That was so nuts.
I didn't get to see that at first because my mouse was messing up.
Yeah,
when I came back, Jack Perry was already walking up the ramp with the belt. I was like, "What?"
I had a similar issue today, so I didn't see that the first time either.
Dude, it was awesome.
But I will say again, El Clon has been
phenomenal,
my breakout star of 2026. Like came from nowhere. Like we'd seen him, we hadn't seen him wrestle, but we'd seen him do stuff in the ring. But he debuted in January, and every match has been a treat. Every single match has been a treat. So. Yeah, more El Clon, please. Don't hang with that
wait
bum
for
hologram. No, hologram's a bum compared to El Clon.
Dude, I'm gonna be honest. I was a hologram shooter, and then El Clon showed up. I'm like,
hold on, stop. Who do you think that source code is based on?
It is. Listen,
yeah, but it's improved.
He is at the very least the best copycat person since Perfect Cell. If you know, you know.
I like Ryan now is like that scene from the
he hates her. He hates her. It's
from the
okay.
Hangover.
Okay.
I'm the only
What
dragon.
to bring up now? What to bring up now?
Well, actually, Tay, what did you make of? Because we're talking Zero. What did you make of the match between Willow and Lena Cross?
I thought it was good. It wasn't like, I mean,
Lana Cross.
I have my thoughts on just all of the women's wrestling and how it was treated and treated in general.
You're making her give it away. Just gotta save it for Queen's Road.
I mean, I can be straight up with you. I was pissed with how all of the women's matches kind of had the timing of all of them, but that's all I'm going to give you. Y'all are going to have to tune into Queen's Road for the next one. Also, I think that we're switching the day for it because like it's supposed to be that first Sunday, but it's Easter. So we will let everybody know.
Yeah, and we will also let people know on this broadcast as well.
Yes, for sure. Absolutely. We got you.
All right, James, we weren't going to go through every match. So, like, what other matches do you want to speak about?
I think it's time.
With the time that we have left, because it's probably the most controversial of the night, the main event, the last chance, Texas Death for Hangman Page. At the front of this, like, I think I'm the only person who did not hate the stipulation from the front, from the Wrestle Collective itself. Like, a lot of us thought it was a stupid stipulation, and to be told, sure, I guess you could lay that down. Hangman had the stipulation he already had the title match. He won the title match. He won the right to fight for the title.
Yeah.
But, I want a stipulation because he's greedy, because he knew he could beat him in a Texas Death Match. And what happened? Max took everything. Max took everything from Max took everything from Hangman Page. Every little move, damage that was done, every high impact spot, and he got up, stood up, and he continued to throw down his own offense. Okay? They suggested this the other day. Like, we had a conversation like the Fuse. Where do we go from here for Hangman Page?
Yep.
Well, there's like 3 or 4 other titles he could wrestle for.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of things that you could do for this. There's a lot of things that Hangman can do over the course of the next year, 2 years, or however long it takes for Hangman to eventually go back on his word, because he will have turned heel again. He says, I don't give a shit about my word. Because, again, there's nothing written in ink that says that Hangman Page cannot challenge the World Championship. It's strictly a verbal agreement.
Yep.
Okay?
There's also plenty of ways they can get around it, too. Like, what if he won a Casino Gauntlet match? What if what if they did like the ladder match or something? They brought the ladder match back and he won that. What if he won? Like, what is he gonna do? He's gonna say, "Oh, I won this match."
What I suggested to Andrew Vedala last week is that Hangman turns heel and he does something so horrible to the champion that the champion has to challenge Hangman Page. And Hangman will not accept that challenge unless the champion puts the title on.
Yeah, I had a similar thought this morning, because I didn't watch as Tay knows, I went to bed when the 6-man match came on, because it was like 3 o'clock my time.
It was like, really late.
I've done enough for tonight. So I managed very, very. You know what's weird? I dreamt I woke up and had the results spoiled, and it said Hangman loses the world championship to Swerve Strickland in an angle after the match. I woke up
I was
believing
about to
that
say
I'd read
something
that.
about how I told you so with the spoiler, but you got false spoiled
I got full spoiled by my own dream. Yeah,
Well,
by
there
your
you go.
own dream.
Now your
Yeah.
own dream.
yeah. And I don't dream very much, so it's very,
Hannibal,
very
maybe
weird.
it was a good thing you were in the call because I was going through it
You
after
fleshed
that
out.
match. I was crashing out.
Well, so my thought was based on what happened, was that, and I listened. I watched the presser afterwards. Now in the press conference, Tony kept going on about how it was like a verbal agreement, like Cody's. Now we obviously know from history that, regardless of how that stipulation was done with Cody never went back on it. But it got me to thinking: Hangman can't challenge for the world title, right?
Yeah,
He can't challenge, but the champion could challenge him.
that's true.
So kind of playing on what Ryan said there about
So,
doing something very
Hannibal.
he does. But yeah,
Did you ever watch the movie The Founder?
yes, I did. The
Then,
one,
as you know, I don't remember
Yeah.
if it was towards the end. There was a handshake agreement between Ray Kroc and the founders of McDonald's,
yeah,
but it was a handshake agreement
Yeah.
that couldn't be enforced.
yeah,
Tony Khan can't enforce
mhm,
this, stipulation because
Yeah.
even though it's a handshake agreement, it wasn't written in the contract. Which,
Yeah.
once again, smart Mark Sterling. The fuck are you doing? Are you just there for decoration?
second best lawyer in AEW. Frank Mortos being number one.
Yeah, is he one of two lawyers in AEW?
Yeah,
That explains it.
and the worst one. Yeah, you're absolutely right. And yeah, I remember watching The Founder for the first time and thinking, why is Paul Heyman in this film? It's not. It's John Carroll Lynch. But man, he could have played Paul Heyman in a biopic. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, look, there's ways out of this as they choose to. But here's the thing on further reflection as well, right? We always talk about the fact that AEW's roster is extremely stacked, right? Probably the most stacked roster in wrestling right now,
Yeah,
for good and for real. But if you take somebody out of being able to challenge for a world title, that's another spot at the top of the card that somebody could be slotted into. And there's plenty of people who could move into that spot that probably haven't been yet. We've seen Brody King be elevated this year, right, and be given that kind of attempt. He had a world title shot. I'm not saying like that's who I'd put in there, but what I'm saying is it just opens up another position at the top of the card for somebody to become somebody. So I don't see this as a massive negative. Hangman has won 2 world titles. That's 2 more than Mr. Perfect ever did. There's lots of really good wrestlers that never win a world title. He's won it twice. And yeah, sure, you would expect him to win more, and I think he probably will win more. But for the short term, it just means that things are going to shake up. It gives some breathing space. It gives some more positions to power for people that haven't had that opportunity yet. I don't think this is a bad thing. And also as well, it's got people talking. It's got people mad. It's got people angry. It's got people sad. It's got some people happy. So let's see what happens.
It had me crashing out hardcore. Like I
Had
felt
Tay crashing out hardcore.
I felt so bad because like Graps was on the call with me still after you left, and I was just like hysterical. I was like, what? First of all, it was also like 11:40 at night, and I was very much sleep deprived. So
Sure, you're sleep deprived at 11:40. I'm at 3 o'clock thinking I better go to
listen,
bed.
I had been up all day. Okay, I was up early. I was up. I like trying to do stuff around my house, like, and I'm like, oh, okay, and I didn't get my nap in like I normally get.
Cranky without your nap.
So,
I understand.
I'm cranky without it, but
say 28 going on 3. Yeah, no, I get it. I understand. Yeah.
So it was rough, and like Carlos jumped in, and like Dev was there, and like I felt so bad because I was just like bawling. Like I'm like, what is happening? Like this is so stupid. I hate the stipulation. Like dumb.
Carlos knows. No, I get it. I understand, and the thing is as well. Like, I think if it was one of my, I really like Hangman. I do like Hangman. I genuinely do think he's a good hand. Think he's had a great run in AEW for the most part. But he's not like my guy. You know, if this was Ospreay, I'd probably feel like you felt. Do you know what I mean? But Hangman's one of my guys, but he's not my guy. So it's gonna affect people differently. I'm not gonna tell you you're crazy for crashing out like you did. Do you know what I mean?
I think the whole show in general just made me crash out. Like, if we're being so real, like, well, that's a story for another day. But
so yeah, so say like, you know, obviously you watched the whole show now. Like, how would you rank it? Because I've seen some people say it's like up there with their best ever pay-per-views, and I've seen other people, because of the results, not feel that way. So like, where does it kind of like lay for you?
So the show itself was great. Like I said, the pacing of the women's matches I didn't like. Some of the results I wasn't really a big fan of. I can't take away from there were great matches on the card. I wouldn't put it in like my top like, I mean, in my top 10. Like, I feel like there's been better ones in like the last, obviously, 7 years that AEW has had, but I wouldn't put it like at the bottom of my list. Like, yeah, I'm mad Hangman lost and had a dumb stipulation that he came up with for whatever reason. It's his fault. He's the one who came up with it. I don't know, like, yeah, I'm mad, but like, I can't take away from. I saw like a lot of people talking about that match in general, being like, I don't want to sit through a 46-minute, death match, and I was like, that's a you prerogative.
Yeah, I'm with, like, I'm actually not a fan. I did watch half this match because it was too much for me at points.
It was a lot. There was a lot of parts of the match where I was like, yeah. And there was also like, especially toward the end, I was like, can someone just win already?
Yeah, I understand that. But Ryan, what did you want to add?
I just wanted to throw this out there. I pitched to you what Hangman can do because he's lost this match. Mm-hmm. I pitched to it last week. What would he have done if he won? What's left for Hangman Page's title run? What's left for Hangman Page other than wrestling good matches? What storylines can you develop off the back of Hangman Page becoming champion again? Right? That we're just not running things on repeat. Truth be told, this match was a repeat from last year, and where Hangman Page beat MJF clean.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, relatively speaking, to his character at the time. So, like, it's one of those things where I have to concur with Hannibal that this allows someone else who isn't currently in the world title picture to step up and be in the world title picture.
Yep.
This gives us an opportunity to shuffle Kenny in at some point in the future, or Swerve back in at some point.
Yeah. Like,
or someone who isn't given the opportunity yet, a Darby Allin, because there's a big story there that's pre-baked once Darby gets past the dogs.
Yeah.
I still can't believe we're calling them that.
Yeah.
But that's not the point. So,
for now, maybe
it is. But
War Dogs. You never know. Hopefully,
didn't David Finlay say in an interview that the reason they aren't calling themselves War Dogs is because that name made New Japan and like the country of Japan like way too much money, so that's why they're not calling themselves the Dogs, because they don't want to like associate with that anymore.
I also think at this moment in time, calling yourself War or anything is probably not really the right thing to do. So
yeah, it kind of works out.
I think there's a few things at play, but
at this stage.
But before we wrap up, I just have one thing I want to add also to everything that you guys said, because I agree with my co-host here. Hangman's a character worker. I think he is better, quite honestly, especially at this stage, because he's already proven his point at this point. I think he's better off, at least right now, without the title. I don't think he needs the belt right now. He doesn't need to be in the world title scene. I think other people need it more than him because he has gotten over on his own with or without the title. I think more so without the title than with the title. So I think this is only going to be positive for him. This is only going to be positive for the rest of the roster that is up there. Just to add to what you guys said. So let's do it up. That's about all I got to add to that.
Well,
it's
look,
been real.
So, Ron, what was you going to say?
I said it's been real. It's been fun. We're about 90 minutes deep, and it's time to start prepping the goodbyes.
It is, but I need to bring something back that we haven't done for a long time, and I will keep it brief. I went to the cinema this weekend.
Oh, no.
I went to the cinema this weekend.
He did?
And I saw a film called Project Hail Mary, which comes out on Friday. I think because it was Mother's Day in the UK yesterday.
Yeah.
We have, for some reason, Father's Day is the same time, same day in America and the UK. Mother's Day is completely different, and I don't know why. It just is.
Yeah.
So they did early previews of this film. So we went to see it on Saturday, and it's very rare for me to come out of a film and feel that I've witnessed something special, like really special. But this film is something really special.
Ooh.
It gave me like Spielberg vibes in terms of like, like proper old Spielberg, Jurassic Park, ETs, your Jaws,
good shit. Yeah,
walking out and feeling you've seen something special. That is how I felt with this film. I watched it. My wife and daughter, they felt exactly the same way. So,
is that how I'm going to feel leaving the theater here in a few weeks after seeing The Sheep Detective?
It's, you know what? I mean, at this moment in time, I don't know which is going to be the best film of the year. It's going to be the Oscar race for next year is going to be Project Hail Mary versus The Sheep Detectives.
It's certainly not going to be the Pout Pout Fish, but that's all we got.
Yeah, gotta get your Fish brothers in there.
Damn right.
Gonna
get a Pout Pout Fish in. But yeah, no, I just wanted to say it because it comes out Friday, and yeah, I'll always like say if I think a film's good or bad or whatever, but this film is something you want to see at the cinema. You'll moan if you see it at home that you wish you saw it on a big screen because it deserves that treatment. And
so Interstellar.
Yeah. I mean, because I only saw Interstellar for the first time last year, right? So I'm very behind the curve. But this I thought was a much better film than Interstellar, and I think Interstellar is a good film. But this was something. It was funny. It made you laugh. It made you cry. It got me gripped. At one point, I was so like tense about what was going on because I hadn't read the book that I actually kind of like felt my chest kind of like, yeah. It gave me all the emotions.
Feeling in a cinema. That's the really good type of feeling.
That's what I mean, man. I cannot remember the last time I felt like that. And as Ryan said, I'll only have to wait a few more weeks to feel it again when The Sheep Detectives come out because that is going to be a banger. But yeah, so if you want to go and see a film this weekend, Project Hail Mary.
Yeah.
Ryan, did you want to do the plugs, or was you going to leave James to do the plugs?
I'm leaving James to do it today.
All right. I'm doing them all. All right, guys.
If you want.
Go check out on the archives here on the YouTube channel at The Wrestle Collective on YouTube. Queens Road Collection 5, Hot Dog and a Handshake Episode 2, and Wrestle Collective Weekly Revolution Predictions. Go check out all that up in the archives right now on demand. Really good podcast, really fun energy, really passionate wrestling fans, wrestling takes, all within those shows. Please go show them love and support, especially Carlos. And also check out the spaces that we do at WC Worldwide on X. You can check that out with Monday Night Carlos. I think that's what we call it. It's
the Raw review, but Monday Night Carlos is fine.
I like calling it Monday Night Carlos, but the Raw recap, the Raw review with Carlos Estrada on X. You can also check out Wednesday Night Chaos on X, as well as Light the Fuse with my boys right here on X. And you never know what could happen during the weekend.
It's on that. So if you want to, like the Fuses on the Wrestle Collective, it's on that. So yeah, at the Nick Soap Dish,
at the Nick Soap Dish. He's a soap dish. He's a fish. It's the Fish Dish Connection. Check them out there at the Soap Dish, right there. You guys could also check out the 2 watch-alongs that we did on the Collective channel as well on demand. I think that's just about everything that we've done this week. So it's been a hell of a week. Been a hell of a wrestling weekend, and I hope you all enjoyed. I hope you had something that you guys enjoyed from Revolution this weekend, even if it was, Edge and Christian doing Edge and Christian things. It's okay. We love you anyway. Thank you all so very much for tuning in to Wrestling with Tism. We love having you all on here, and until next time, there's always Spectrum on the internet. Oh. The producer man comes in. What are you coming in to say?
I was just coming in to tell you to land the plane. You were going long a bit.
I'm landing the plane. I was landing the plane.
He's crashing.
Planes landed. Fuck Cody Rhodes. ShopWC.com. End of stream.
Hey, James might have landed the plane in a field in Pennsylvania, but who knows? Catch y'all next time. Ladies and gents, thanks for stopping by. And until next time, this is the Wrestle Collective.